Hi friends, today we're going to discuss the question, do roofing nails really matter? Now if you do some digging and some research into what it takes to make up an entire roofing system, you realize nails actually play a pretty important role. While you're buying a 40, 50 lifetime warranted shingle, which we'll get into that in a different video, those kind of warranty claims are a bit over the top for my taste. But if you start taking a look at those types of shingles, those types of products, what's going to hold those on? It's your nails. It's part of the overall system. It's something you really need to be putting some extra time and thought into as you're deciding on your next system installation and how long you expect it to last. Now, think of it this way. If you choose a nail that's going to last exactly as long as your shingles, how can you guarantee which one's going to fail first? So what you really want to look through in your decision-making process is I need to find a nail that's going to outlast my shingles. It's going to outlast every other component so that when my roof fails, it's truly at the end of its life. The shingles have done everything they can and they have finally been the part to fail. Your shingles will cost you thousands. Your nails are going to be a fraction of that. So this decision as to how you're going to hold together that much higher dollar investment is a big deal. Now, I want to share with you a story from the Chicago Tribune. Now, the author of this piece is going through his story and sharing the fact that he's having to replace his 40-year shingles after less than 15 years. And as he's going through that process and having the shingle failure and being very upset, he also comes across the fact that the nails that were used were electro-galvanized, which is kind of the entry level. And as we'll discuss, it's basically the industry standard nail. But those were starting to rust. So that can become a big deal on your roof for several reasons. And we'll discuss those more in the coming videos. But one of the main reasons you're going to look at rust as being an issue is it's going to potentially create leaks, and two, it's going to potentially add to the likelihood of that nail retracting back out and causing blow-offs and actually. So why are electro-galvanized, which I just stated is basically the entry-level nail type, the standard in the industry? I'll give you two reasons. And really, I don't know whose fault it is or where this all started, but if you walk into any big box store, and even at any supply house around the country, you're probably going to find the electro-galvanized smooth shank nail as basically the default of what's available. Now, because of this, it's readily available, which means it's easy to get. And if you take a look at the price compared to everything else, the cost is relatively low. You're talking 1/3 of a cent per nail, roughly. I don't recall anything in my lifetime being 3 for a penny. So it feels like something my grandfather would have told me from a story of his childhood, but not something we can really relate to in these terms. So it's easily available and the cost is extremely low. However, as we're seeing, the idea of a low cost and easily available doesn't necessarily make for the best roofing system for you. So as we're looking through the options and considering what we want to offer to our clients, we decided to research if the nail is supposed to outlast every other component on your roof, what can we do to find the ideal solution? So we came across an article that actually mentions the best ways of building a 150-year roofing system. And while I don't necessarily think clay tiles or slate is the right solution for every homeowner, they do mention in this article that going with either copper or stainless steel for your nails would be the right solution. So if we're looking at trying to find a solution that's going to outlast everything else, then we need to do some further investigating here. So the first thing I want to break down is the actual composition of the nail. So the first thing is the shank. So the shank on this nail is basically the body. Everything below the top, which would be kind of the head of the nail, everything under that is your shank. And now there's two different common designs. There's a smooth shank and there's a ring shank. The ring is what I'm showing you right here. So it actually has little grooves in it. It basically looks almost like a screw compared to a smooth shank, which is obviously going to be smooth. So when you walk into that big box store or the supply house and you order a box of nails, the largest boxes typically come in 7,200. So when you're ordering your 7,200 nails and checking out the register, you're going to realize what you just bought is an electro-galvanized nail, which is the material it's made out of and how it's protected. And it's also a smooth shank. So let's talk about the importance of the shank of the nail. So think of the shank of the nail as being basically its ability to grip into the sheathing. So as you're looking at that nail having the ability to come back out, you want something that's going to hold on to that plywood or OSB, whatever your roofing decking is, and prevent it from coming back out and causing things like nail pops or coming out far enough that the wind can actually grab it and pull it out. So those are the two big concerns you're looking at with your roof staying on and being held on as strong as possible. In fact, that same source leads directly into a ring shank nail and talks about the ability to withstand weather changes and hold up to a greater wind resistance, which is really what you're looking for with your nails, right? They should be working in partnership with your shingles, not undercutting them. So now that I feel like I've determined a ring shank nail is the way to go, what's the other problem that can happen with a nail? It could rust. So as we start looking at the different ways you can purchase a nail, electro-galvanized, hot dipped, possibly stainless steel, copper, aluminum, there's some different options out there. Some of those are more practical than others because of their ability to combine with the different forms of metal you're going to use on your roof. So those are all considerations. So as we start looking at the rust resistance of your nails, we're looking at two things. How long will it last without rusting? Because over enough time, pretty much anything can rust and fail. It's just I want decades and decades and decades, not years and years and years. And the other component of that being what type of situation is this going to be exposed to? So with a roofing nail, obviously you're going to have humidity in the air, you're going to have moisture, your attic might be producing a certain percentage of humidity as well, so the underside of that nail is going to be exposed and having issues potentially caused there. We're going to be looking at wind-driven rain, things that can potentially get up under the actual shingle. So there's a lot of different components to how we could be exposed to humidity and moisture and condensation and whatnot. Now, right on the box of electro-galvanized nails from Lowe's, you will see a little description that says these nails help to resist rust. However, if you are in contact with high humidity, which in most climates, the air outside is going to be enough humidity to expose that nail because you can't keep humidity out just by putting it through a shingle. And the other component is if it comes in contact with a driver blade. So if you're not familiar with what a driver blade is, let me just do a little more describing on that. So a driver blade is actually the part of the nail gun that will strike, or as the write-up says, smack the nail and drive it into your wood decking. So the likelihood of a nail from a coil of nails having a strike from a driver blade is basically 100%. That is exactly what drives it into the wood decking. So since we're all caught up with the idea of a 50-year or lifetime shingle, we want to make sure our nails are going to hold up just as well, right? So what type of warranty do you get with these nails? The answer is absolutely none. It's not expressed or implied. And right on the box, it actually says basically good, better, best. Good is electro-galvanized, better is hot dipped, best is stainless steel. So whichever way you run from electro-galvanized, which is the industry standard. It is clearly not only research to be found, but self-admitted to be the lowest level of nail and lowest level of protection you're going to find when installing your new roofing system. Now, I think we've laid out that a ring shank nail is superior to a smooth shank nail. I think we've discovered that hot dipped is better than electro-galvanized, and better than that might be a stainless steel option. However, I also agree that a Rolls-Royce is a nicer car to drive than a Toyota Camry. So we also need to factor in the money, right? The return on your investment. What are you getting based on the dollars outlaid? So as I've shown you many, many times now, you can walk into Lowe's for 23 bucks, pick up 7,200 coil electro-galvanized smooth shank roofing nails. 23 bucks, not bad. You can go online. You can get free delivery from this website. You just have to simply pay tax. But for right around 100 bucks, you're going to get a hot dipped nail. Definitely an upgrade. Still a galvanizing process. Still has some issues, but definitely better than the electro-galvanized. Or you can step all the way up to a stainless steel option, which is going to be probably in the ballpark of $220 for 7,200 nails. So now you're actually talking about a little bit bigger investment. Instead of a third of a cent, you're talking around 3 cents a nail. So it's literally 9 to 10 times. So my Rolls-Royce to Camry comparison is actually pretty similar, but it's in the scale of nails. So how much does that actually matter to you? Well, two things. we need to consider here. One, if that nail does rust, what's the implications? One rusty nail can allow a gallon of water during hard rain into your home. That's one, just one nail. If you have multiple rusty nails, which would happen, you have multiple gallons of water coming into your attic now. And the second factor we need to look at there is the ability to hold up against wind resistance. Do you want to have blow-off? Do you want to pay for repairs? Do you want to have so many shingles blow off that you now have to replace your roof 3 or 4 years early? So a year of roof life in most industry, most cases, is going to be $400 to $600, maybe $700. It's going to be a really expensive factor to replace your roof 5 years early. You're talking thousands of dollars. Or a roof repair. I have a very good mentor in the industry, and he said his average repair runs about $3,000, because to really repair a roof correctly, not just rehammer up what's there and walk away, but to go back and actually address all the issues, replace a larger section so you're protected, it's expensive. It's not a low-cost decision. So how many nails are actually going on your roof? In an average square, which is a 10 by 10 section, you're looking at about 480 nails. Or if you're using Atlas or F-Wave like we do, you're still looking at about 320. Those shingles only require 4 nails instead of 6 to get the higher wind warranty because of their design. However, when you start multiplying out those nails over the course of a 30 square roof, which is about the average of what we're doing right now, 30 squares times your 500 nails roughly, you're looking at about 15,000 nails. So just over 2 boxes of nails. So what does that mean? On the low end, electro-galvanized, you're talking less than $50 to replace or to actually use nails for the entire roof. When you start looking at stainless steel, you're talking closer to $500. It's a times 10 factor almost, times 9 point something. However, when you're looking at the overall difference of what your roof is going to cost you, and you start looking at a $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 investment, and now I just told you for $400, I can secure the entire roof with a nail that's not going to rust. It's less likely to pull out due to wind. You're not going to have leaks due to corrosion. You're not going to have pops because it didn't hold into the wood as strong as another option might have. To me, the return on investment, the ROI, the way we break down every single concept and every single principle of what we're installing into your roofing system, makes a ton of sense. So when you go with Happy Home, we actually use exclusively stainless steel ring shank nails. So if you're in the market for a new roof, I think it's really important that you focus on every single detail. And the number one question you can ask your contractor is simply why. Why do you use that material? Why do we use this? I just explained it to you in the last several minutes. I hope you understand the importance of the nails in protecting your overall system and maintaining the quality of your roofing system. If you're in our service area, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to meet with you. You can go on our website and schedule an appointment directly at happyhomeroofs.com, or you can call or text us 717-798-8200. If you're outside of our service area, we're still more than happy to help you. Please feel free to comment below or reach out to us via call, text, website, whatever's best. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.